Gut the machine. A manifesto for the unbroken. Listen up, you weary bastards. You brothers and sisters clawing through a world hell-bent on gutting us all. I've been fighting my whole damn life. Panic attacks ripping my chest since I was 13. Heart pounding like a rogue wave ready to smash me to bits. I'd pace my room at night, walls closing in, anxiety like a shark circling in the dark, jaws wide. And what do they toss me to fend it off? Pills, therapy. A leather couch and a bill that'd sink a ship, handed over by some slick-talking quack who thinks he can cage my soul with a prescription pad. I've faced down worse beasts than that, and I'm telling you, they ain't fixing me. They're chumming the water, keeping me doped up while the real monster, my life, my pain, keeps swimming. This mental health racket's a con, plain as blood on the tide. They don't give a rat's ass about why I'm hurting. A drunk father swinging fists, a mother who looks right through me, or a world that makes me feel like I'm drowning trying to talk to anyone. They don't dig for the root. They shove pills down my throat, tell me to spill my guts for 50 minutes, and keep me hooked like a fish on their line. That's healing. That's a trap, a net hauled tight by big pharma and insurance vultures, getting fat while I'm bleeding cash for a fix that don't fix shit. I learned one thing battling life's storm. You don't survive by trusting suits or systems. You survive by spotting the predator, gripping the harpoon, and fighting like hell. If my head's a mess, I ain't begging some shrink to tell me how to think. I'm diving headfirst into the deep, Freud, Maslow, the old philosophers' bastards who stared into the abyss and spit in its eye. I'm stealing their maps of the mind, not to parrot their bullshit, but to forge my own damn blade. Give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach him to fish, he's free forever. That's the truth they're hiding. They want me chained, paying for their fish till I'm broken, till my soul's as empty as the cubicle they shoved me into. Screw that. I'm learning to fish, cutting their line, and taking my mind back. But this ain't just about my head. The racket runs deeper, schools, jobs, the whole damn world's a machine trying to grind us into dust. I look around and I see a society teetering like a ship in a squall, ready to capsize. How'd we get here? Nobody's doing what they were born to do. I was made, God, the universe, whatever you call it, with a fire in my gut, a purpose carved into my bones before I drew breath. You've got that same fire, a spark that's yours alone. But they don't want that. They want me the same as you the same as the next sorry bastard. Equal. That's a lie they sell to keep us tame. We're equal in the eyes of the storm, but our sails are cut different. My gifts, my fight, they're mine, and they're trying to rip 'em away. School's the slaughterhouse. It ain't about learning, it's a factory, churning out bricks for their wall, like that Pink Floyd song Screamin' Truth. I go in a dreamer, a builder, a fighter, and come out a cog. Same classes, same tests, same diploma, same dead-end life. They forced me to choke down calculus when I was born to paint, shove me into engineering when my heart's howling to tell stories. Why? Control. Standardization's their harpoon, and I'm the catch. They call it education, but it's a cage, turning me into a drone, not a craftsman. I've run crews, sized up men. I see who's got the spark, builders, talkers, thinkers, and I put 'em where they shine. That's how you win. But schools, they spit out drones, not experts. They take me, a guy who'd rather die than crunch numbers, and tell me to be an engineer. They take a poet and make her memorize equations. It's a wild goose chase, costing me thousands in tuition, years of my life, and for what? A job I hate, a mortgage I can't pay, kids I can't raise right because I'm drowning in debt and despair. Back in school, the guidance counselors were useless as a busted rudder. They stared at the job market, not at me. Never asked what makes my blood sing, what I'm built for. They pointed me to what's needed, like I'm a tool for their machine. That's the crime, forcing me to be what I ain't, breaking my spirit to fit their mold. This is why the world's rotten. Nobody's doing what they're naturally inclined to do. You feel that cage, nobody's free. I ain't talking about freedom to buy a flat screen or post selfies on X. I'm talking about freedom to live my purpose, to wield my gifts like a blade against the chaos. When I'm stuck in a life that don't fit, I'm a powder keg, angry, anxious, ready to blow. That's why I'm popping pills, why my kids are lost, why my bills are piling up like driftwood. That's why families crack, economies sink, and corruption spreads like rot in a ship's hull. The system's a shark circling for the kill, feeding off my pain while I'm trapped in their net, and the eggheads in their ivory towers. They're in on it, wasting billions on nonsense while I'm fighting to stay afloat. Scientists blow billions injecting elephants with LSD, killed 1 in 62 just to see it go mad. They train chickens to judge my face like it's a damn beauty pageant. They build robotic fish to study ecosystems, while real fish choke in polluted seas. They grow mini brains in petri dishes, tinker with time crystals like they're gods in a sci-fi flick, and get goats to lactate spider silk for some rich man's gadget. They even teach rats to groove to jazz when they're high on coke. Billions down the drain while I'm told to choke down another pill, 'cause I can't afford to live my purpose. That's their scam. Dazzle me with crazy ideas while they dodge the real fight, fixing a world that's crushing my soul. This is the truth they're hiding. Conformity's the shark, and it's eaten me alive. Homogeneous education, cookie cutter jobs. A society demanding I be the same as the next guy. It's why I'm angry, why I feel like a stranger in my own skin. It's why Big Pharma's swimming in cash while I'm popping pills to survive a life I was never meant to live. It's why my family's splintering, why I can't get a job that fits, why I can't find a partner, why my kids are growing up in a world already trying to break them. The system ain't broken, it's a predator, and I'm the prey. So I fight. I don't beg for their fixes. I don't bow to their rules. I smash their machine and build my own. I demand an education that sees me for who I am. If I'm a thinker, give me philosophy to sharpen my mind. If I'm a builder, teach me to forge steel, not formulas. If I'm a dreamer, let me paint my truth, not choke on their tests. I learn to fish, study the minds that map the soul, not to follow their wake, but to navigate my own stars. I find my purpose, the fire burning in me before I was born, and I chase it with every ounce of my blood and bone. This ain't about sitting pretty or buying into their consumerist bullshit, new cars, new phones, new cages. This is about survival, staring down the shark and driving the blade home. The system wants me standardized, but I ain't standard. I'm a singular, unrepeatable force, and so are you. We're not bricks in their wall. We're not cogs in their machine. We're storms, we're blades, we're the fire they can't douse. They want me to believe I'm equal to you in every way, but that's their con. We're equal in the eyes of the storm, but our sails are cut different, and I'll be damned if I let 'em rip mine down. I'm done with their wild goose chases, their assembly lines, their pills, their promises, their shiny traps. I'm taking my life back. I'm learning my own mind, sharpening my own tools, living the life I was born for. And when I do, their house of cards comes crashing down. A man who knows his purpose can't be caged. A woman who wields her gifts is a storm they can't weather. We're fighting for a world where every kid, every dreamer, every soul gets to be what they were made to be. So stand with me, cut the line, break the mold, find your fire, start study groups, demand trade schools, build communities where we lift each other up. Let's gut this system like the shark it is and build a world where we're free, not to buy their junk, but to create, to live, to burn bright. Who's ready to fight?